Are we live? I think we're live, man. Today's WWE Super Showdown. Super Lame Down. Preview and predictions is brought to you by Manscaped. Today, forget Manscaped. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hit my goddamn intro.
Delete this man.
Alive, people still I don't know, man. You're not excited about Super Showdown. I know. Nobody's excited about Super Showdown. Nobody wants to see this show. Everybody is more afraid than anything regarding Super Showdown. It's not good, man. It's not a good situation. And with all the news and rumors going around right now in the community about Bray Wyatt and Goldberg and what is to come, I should say, for Wrestlemania, it's not really fun, man. We're going to go over a lot here on the podcast today. I had no time to do this tomorrow because this show tomorrow starts at 12 noon. So more than likely, I will sleep to 11:30, and then I will wake up and inject my veins with some caffeine, and then I have to watch a 4-hour wrestling show that I have absolutely no interest in. So I would have done this tomorrow, but I don't know how I'm going to go about doing anything as far as what I have work-related today. I got AEW tonight. I got NXT tonight. And then I got to do the podcast for AEW. I'm not going to have any time at all to do the NXT podcast or the NXT review because tomorrow is when I usually do it. And I have Super Showdown, so if there is an NXT review, it probably won't be till tomorrow night. And I'm even contemplating just getting rid of the NXT review for this week only and not even worrying about it. But then we have Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. We got Tommaso Ciampa and Austin Theory. We got Dominik Dijakovic versus Cameron Grimes. We got Finn Balor coming back. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano are probably going to pick up their storyline, so it's going to be a lot that I really don't want to miss out on. So I am very conflicted right now, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on the podcast today, and it should be a good show. We're going to go over the match card, obviously, for Super Showdown. They added 3 more matches to the show. They added 3 more matches to the show tomorrow, one of which is Mansoor. So we'll talk about who Mansoor is fighting. And the other 2 matches, listen to this, folks. The other 2 matches are so fresh and exciting that you've never seen them before, and WWE is really getting you excited about them. We're going to go over what they are. And if you fall asleep during these said matches, I would not be surprised whatsoever. So if you watch Monday Night Raw, I would say in the last, 7 months, one of these matches you've seen about 16 times before. And the other match, you just seen it on Monday. There you go. So much for creativity in WWE. We're going to go over the travel plans for most of the talent that is there. Thank God they got there okay. But the travel plans, which WWE misled the entire roster. WWE reportedly misled superstars about the travel arrangements to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Typical Vince. What do I always say? Vince does not give a shit about any of his talent, man. Vince looks at his talent like they are toys on a shelf. Which one does he like today? He'll take it off the shelf, he'll play with it, then he gets bored of said toy, puts it on the shelf for about 7 months, aka Mustafa Ali. Bruce! Where is Mustafa Ali, clown? I'm still waiting. So, we'll go over that. Thank God, like I said, everybody is there. WWE did have backup travel plans for Saudi Arabia. It was something that I had originally requested and brought to you guys via Off the Script. Keep everybody that is going to be on SmackDown in the United States. That would make sure that you have SmackDown on Friday go as planned. Now, I wish for everybody to get back home safe. I would love another NXT Emergency SmackDown because we haven't had a SmackDown like that since then. But if you are knowing that you got to put on a show on Friday, keep everybody on that show. Plan ahead. Long-term booking in WWE does not exist. I would say 1 or 2 weeks long-term booking is long enough for WWE. Book the show in advance and make sure everybody is there in the States so that the show goes off as you want. But the entirety of this show on Thursday is majority SmackDown talent. I don't know. I don't know what WWE does. They do everything backwards. Or here's another novel idea. How about you hold SmackDown in the United Kingdom or somewhere in Europe so the superstars can get on a plane and fly not too long. What would it be, like 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to the United Kingdom from Saudi Arabia? I don't know, 6 hours? I don't know. I'm not a fucking travel guy. But it would be a lot better than 17 fucking hours back to the United States. Just a little opinion there, Vince. But they don't do that. They don't give a shit about their talent. They would rather their talent show up on SmackDown fucking jet-lagged and tired, looking like something off The Walking Dead, than cater to them. So, there you go. Rusev, hopefully he's AEW bound. The reason Rusev was actually pulled from WWE Super Showdown and replaced by Rey Mysterio. And if you guys were watching Monday Night Raw, I think they hyped up Rusev in that Tuwaiq Gauntlet match, and they replaced him on social media with Rey Mysterio, or a graphic of Rey Mysterio. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why. I know why. I'm going to give you the answer right here on the podcast. The Undertaker is in Saudi Arabia. Why, would you ask? He doesn't have a match. Well, WWE is receiving a boatload of money from the Saudi prince, so obviously the Undertaker has to make a 16-minute intro or an entrance at Super Showdown just to fulfill the Saudi prince's needs and desires. So WWE, imagine that, WWE, imagine how much of the Saudi government are suckers. They're paying for the WWE product, and all WWE has to do is trot out a 53-year-old Undertaker to do his lightning and his thunder and his fucking eyes and this, when he raises the lights. Imagine that. Imagine that. What is he doing there? Why did he travel with the WWE when he doesn't even have a match for Super Showdown? I guess it shows Mark Calloway's loyalty to do whatever Vince McMahon wants him to do. So we'll go over that as well, and the entire card. We'll break down the matches, and then the big one, Goldberg and Bray Wyatt. Do you guys want to see Goldberg and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Do you want to see Goldberg walk into WrestleMania as the WWE Universal Champion? Or are you in the favor of Bray Wyatt going into WrestleMania and challenging, or Roman Reigns challenging Bray Wyatt instead for the Universal Championship? Or here's a better suggestion. Fuck both matches and give me Bray Wyatt versus John Cena at WrestleMania. And I'm going to go over my WrestleMania card again here today because I know I could book a better WrestleMania card than WWE can. And nothing on the SmackDown side is even set in stone at all. At all. So we'll go over that as well today on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on OTS. We got a lot of super chats coming in. I'll worry about those as we get on with the show. But thank you guys so very much. You guys can super chat. You guys can ask me whatever the fuck you want. You guys can ask me wrestling-related questions, beer-related questions. You guys want my opinion on whatever. You guys can super chat me in today's live stream. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys do that. We are, I think, about 30 away from hitting 30,000 followers on Twitter, man. That's so great. And I'm still waiting for my verified blue check mark on Twitter. I actually got my check mark and my verified status on YouTube, finally, after all these years. Now I'm an official YouTube content creator. So thank you to my YouTube manager, Andrew, for getting that done in a prompt manner. He's awesome. But make sure you guys do that, man. And follow me on Instagram as well. Same at JD from NY206. If you guys missed my Monday Night Raw review, and this is the best thing about what I do, man. I love knowing that I am right. And everybody on social media that hates my fucking guts is wrong. There are a few people in the community that fought me on... I wouldn't even say they're in the community. They're a bunch of fucking... They're a bunch of cave-dwelling incels. That's all they are. Fucking cretins. These social outcasts, these social degenerates, arguing with me about Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. That was the big talking point on Monday Night Raw's review. Shayna is absolutely taking the cool factor away from Becky Lynch to a point where I can't wait to see Becky Lynch lose the title on WrestleMania Sunday. It really is that disgusting. This was my entire argument about this particular situation. Becky Lynch was attacked from behind. Now, granted, it was gruesome, quote-unquote, in the pro wrestling aspect. Shayna Baszler came from behind and bit Becky Lynch's neck. Mike Tyson style. Fucking vampire style. Like, Walking Dead-like. Okay? I'm surprised Becky... Well, I was going to say I'd be surprised if Becky Lynch isn't amongst the Walking Dead, but she's on Monday Night Raw. It's the same fucking shit. But Shayna Baszler has this visual of just blood dripping from her mouth. And then Becky Lynch, that same night, takes a fucking ambulance, takes it hostage. She hijacks the fucking ambulance, Grand Theft Auto style, takes herself to the fucking hospital or the medical facility, and then she drives back. She's got bandages on her neck, and then she states that no matter what WWE does to her, it doesn't matter because she's going to seek out Shayna Baszler, and she's going to destroy Shayna Baszler. Then she shows up the next week with a bag of money. I don't know if she's fucking willing to pay a fine or she's getting ready for the fucking strip club. But she pays her fine, which was, I guess, her giving WWE a heads up about what she was going to do. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to pay my fine to management because of what's to come with Becky Lynch. And then she says again, I'm going to kick your ass. And then this week, Shayna is in the ring. She's there. She signs a contract. She's going to win the Elimination Chamber. We all know that. Becky Lynch comes out, and she wears these fucking stupid fucking glasses. She looks like a complete buffoon. She looks like a complete geek. And she walks down to the ring. Walks! Not runs, walks. And she holds the title up, smiling. And then gets in the ring, and then we got a nice little back and forth there with Shayna and Becky. Now, granted, if someone bit your fucking neck and your blood was dripping from this individual's mouth, wouldn't you be wielding a fucking knife or a gun or in the pro wrestling world, some sort of weapon, a pipe, a baseball bat, a fucking tire iron, something? These people are arguing with me. Well, this is all based on the character that she's got going into WrestleMania. What character? Stupidity? I didn't know stupidity was part of a pro wrestling act. I know it's a part of pro wrestling creative, but Becky Lynch, what is she doing? What is she doing? She's acting like a fucking child. It's her being overconfident. Listen, motherfucker, someone just bit your fucking neck. Fuck being overconfident. You want to kick their ass. Kill them. I said it on Monday. If I don't see fucking arrests, if I don't see blood, if I don't see fucking handcuffs, if I don't see people in this feud getting taken away in a police vehicle, I'm done. I'm done. This shit sucks. Absolutely fucking sucks. That's just my take on that. If you guys want my rant on that, Monday Night Raw review. And then anything else, tonight I'll be live with AEW Dynamite and all that stuff. So thank you guys for being here with me and checking out all the stuff. It's going to be a busy week. Dynamite, NXT. We got Super Showdown. And then we got AEW Revolution, which should be awesome. Should be good, man. Should be really, really good. What does this say in the chat? UMCIP. I haven't watched for 6 months, but fucking shit, I miss this guy. At JD from NY206. Well, thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. I don't know where the fuck you been for 6 months. Don't take off on me for 6 months, bro. It's not good. It's not good. Who else is going to give it to you like I am? Nobody. Nobody. Maybe my boy BC. That's about it. Anyway, guys, let's hit the news. I got Super Showdown news. We'll go over the predictions at the end. But let's talk about WWE's backup travel plan for Super Showdown. Now, the last time WWE went to Saudi Arabia, obviously you guys know about the roster being grounded in Saudi Arabia for whatever reason. We're never going to know the real story about what happened. But my source told me that it wasn't as bad as what was being reported, that they were given just great accommodations, hotels. They were very comfortable. They had, a gym. They had a great buffet. They got luxurious rooms. They were taken care of. It was just the inconvenience of being grounded there, knowing that the show has to go on. So that was the only thing that my guy told me. And I believe him. My guy is someone that when he tells me something, I'm going to believe him. Now, the backup plan for Super Showdown was this. The promotion will travel to Saudi Arabia, which most of them, or if not all, are already there. And a large number of the roster will be staying home, meaning here in the United States. Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful Select is reporting the following, and I quote, WWE thought better of sending the entire roster to Saudi Arabia this go-around after the issues last time. Fightful Select has learned that numerous members of the WWE SmackDown roster and Raw rosters are staying in the States this week. End quote. Now, let's look at the card. We got the majority of those who are in high-profile programs on this show. So, the basis of Raw and SmackDown, the biggest storylines going on right now on Raw and SmackDown, most of these talents are there. Look at the Monday Night Raw staff that's there. Rollins, Buddy Murphy, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Andrade, Bobby Lashley, Erick Rowan, AJ Styles, R-Truth, Rey Mysterio is there. We got Brock Lesnar, and Ricochet is there. Now, the other matches that were announced, I might as well let them out of the bag right now. The OC, being that Styles is there, Gallows and Anderson are there. The Viking Raiders are there. So, the majority of who you see on Monday Night Raw every Monday is there. But they don't have to go on TV till Monday. Friday is what we're all concerned about. These are the roster members that are there for SmackDown. Dolph Ziggler. We got Bray Wyatt, who more than likely will be on Friday's show. I'm hoping with John Cena. Goldberg. We don't know if he's going to be on Friday's show. Probably not. He'll have a WrestleMania presence, but I don't know if he's going to be on SmackDown. The New Day. So that's Kofi Kingston and Big E. John Morrison and The Miz will be on Super Showdown tomorrow, and they are being really portrayed in a big way for the tag team titles on SmackDown. Roman Reigns and boring Corbin will be there, and then we got Bayley and Naomi as well. Also on the Raw side, I forgot to mention this, Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza are there as well. And if Angel Garza is there, I'm not sure if Zelina Vega will be there, being that we have a women's presence on this show. I'm not sure if WWE is going to send out Zelina Vega to be there with Angel Garza. Or Andrade. Andrade's on the show, too. So there you go. Zelina Vega has 2 of her clients on this show Thursday. So a lot of what you see on Friday and Monday, the majority of what you see is there. So I don't know what these backup plans consist of. I really don't. We all know that Vince McMahon is probably going to leave halfway through the show. He'll probably be back to the States before everybody, as always, because he's got to be there for SmackDown on Fox with Bruce, my good friend Bruce. And then whoever else is there, writers maybe, staff, production staff, I don't know. WWE, they just went about doing this again, ass backwards, and they are truly opening themselves up to another incident happening. The incident that happened with SmackDown last time is, I'm not going to say going to happen, but the likelihood that it could happen is greater than it could or should be, honestly. So I don't know why. And then WWE, they have featured battle royals in the past on this thing, tag team turmoil matches and such, to get as many people on the card as possible. But they're not doing that for this show. We're having a 1-match pre-show, I believe, which is, I think, an hour. 11 o'clock is the pre-show, or 11:30. I don't see the reason for an 11 o'clock pre-show, a 1-hour pre-show. But WWE, with the card that's shaping up, should be out of there in about 3.5 hours, I would say, give or take. It's one of those shows that I could see ending very quickly. 2 matches on this show should one of these matches should go about 7 seconds. And then the other match should not eclipse 5 minutes. So WWE has, the card shaping up to be quick, in and out, get everybody back to the States. But they should do a lot better of a job booking these shows, maybe book SmackDown knowing that you got a show on Friday in the United Kingdom somewhere, or keeping the majority of the fucking show that you got on Friday here in the States and book a Raw heavy show. I don't know. Seems like WWE had just not given a shit about the travel plans for this show. And they reportedly misled superstars about the Saudi Arabia travel arrangements. They were going to go with another airline, possibly. They went with the same fucking airline that had mechanical failures last time. Now, if everybody complained about the plane being broken down and they had to sit on the tarmac for 7 hours, wouldn't you take your grievances with management and say, listen, I'm not taking a flight on this fucking airline again. Get me there by other means. Please. I'll take a fucking boat there if that's the case. So WWE had an issue last time with a certain travel company, or it was Atlas Air. That's who it was. They were told that Atlas Air would not be taking them to Saudi Arabia this time around. All that changed when the superstars boarded a flight back to Saudi Arabia on Atlas Air. Man, the company does not give a shit, man. How are you going to tell the company, how are you going to tell the roster members that, oh yeah, we're not taking Atlas Air, and then they get to the fucking airport, and then they're boarding Atlas Air? I'd be fucking pissed. I would be legitimately pissed. Now, after the last Saudi trip in November, which included travel delays, WWE management let talent know that they would look into alternative charters for their next trip as opposed to using Atlas Air again. The crew heading back to Saudi Arabia this week boarded Atlas Air on Monday night. Oh, man. That is just awful. The company, like I said, did have a backup plan by keeping all of the people that they needed on SmackDown back in the States, but they're opening themselves up to all of this happening again. If the Saudi prince is upset, if these people want to keep the WWE staff and the roster grounded again, they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. So hopefully everybody finishes this show, gets to the airport, and is on their way back safe and sound to their families and back to the United States so that the show could go on as planned. Let's hit the super chats, man, before we get into the other stories here. Thank you guys so much for super chatting. We got a ton going on here. I'll just read a couple because I'll save them for the end of the show, man. Brandon Plays, £2 donation. Thank you so much, brother. Hello, JD. What's up, man? Thank you for joining me, my friend, on the live stream today. Young Bibby, $4.99. Thank you for being a Patreon as well, my friend. Are you a fan of Brian Kendrick? Would you like to see him get one more shot at the Cruiserweight Championship? I am a fan. I think Brian Kendrick is awesome, and I do not want to see him get another shot at the Cruiserweight Championship. I think Brian Kendrick's career is pretty much at the end stages, and I do think he's got a spot in the WWE if he wants as a coach or a mentor. So I do think that is awaiting him when his contract or his in-ring days are over with World Wrestling Entertainment. So thank you guys so much for the Super Chats. I'll get to the rest of them at the end of the show because I don't want to muddy up the podcast with Super Chats. I'll wait till the end, which I think the people watching after the fact would greatly, greatly appreciate. So we got Rusev, man. Rusev is hopefully becoming a free agent. And I don't know where his contract's going to land him. Might be with WWE. He might stay for another 5 years in the WWE. He might ruin his career once and for all by staying with the WWE because he's not going to get booked in a prominent manner. He's not. He's a fool if he thinks so. He is a blithering fucking idiot if he thinks so. Now, does he show up in AEW? I don't know. Would AEW even be interested in someone like Rusev? I don't know. I could see Rusev in New Japan. I could see Rusev really making a name for himself and just shedding this WWE fucking image and give us a real look at the Bulgarian Brute. I don't know what name he would go under. He's a creative guy. I'm sure he'll come up with something different for himself, something that really sticks to the fan base. I'd like to see him in New Japan. I think that would be a great do-over for him. You know, I think he would really do well over there. But Rusev was pulled from Super Showdown because of contractual indifference between him and the WWE. He was actually replaced in the Tuwaiq Gauntlet trophy match for whatever reason, for this reason, by Rey Mysterio. Now, I don't know how long into the contract negotiations Rusev is with the WWE. I don't know if he was offered a deal and turned it down. I don't know. But fans will have noted on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw that Rusev was no longer a part of the Tuwaiq Gauntlet trophy match at this week's Super Showdown show in Saudi Arabia on Thursday. He was replaced by Rey Mysterio, and it actually makes more sense that Rey Mysterio is there because I like to see him mix it up with AJ and Andrade, right? So having Rey Mysterio in there makes the match overall better. I don't give a shit about it, but it makes the match overall better. So he was replaced in the lineup by Rey Mysterio, and no reason was given on social media when fans asked, of course, about Rusev being suddenly pulled from the match. Now, initial speculation was that contract talks between Rusev and the WWE may have taken a turn for the worse. And while that still might be the case, the latest report is that Rusev pulled himself from the match at the last minute. Really now? So what does this mean, folks? If Rusev pulled himself from the match, that means Rusev is a hypocrite. This is what Rusev said last November about being in Saudi Arabia. He enjoys the trips to Saudi Arabia. This is what he said, and I quote, I had to do some backtracking here. I had to do some research on this. This is what he said in regards to Saudi Arabia, and I quote, "I make a lot of money. I will definitely go back. I love it. I love every single trip that we do there. I love how we break barriers with women's wrestling and Lana being able to go. I think it's a great victory for the company. Not just for that, but to open new doors and new opportunities to develop further. It's just amazing. It's a great opportunity for us to be ambassadors for entertainers." That was after everything happened with the flight delay, quote unquote. Now, Dave Meltzer is reporting that Rusev pulled himself last minute, which is why the graphic on Raw still included him. This is what Dave Meltzer, the cancer of the IWC, supposedly, says Baron Corbin, said. "It's been known for months that Rusev has been in talks with WWE for a contract renewal. The story is an injury, he says. But the story is an injury. He backed out of the show, essentially. You know, it was the last minute because the graphic during Raw for the match still included Rusev, but they said Mysterio is in the match. Now, of course, there's a possibility that he, like many others, has decided not to want to travel to Saudi Arabia for whatever reason. Maybe it was because he really didn't want to go through what they went through last time. Maybe it was for ethical reasons. Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, Aleister Black, Sami Zayn, among others, are not making the trip because they just don't want to be out there. That's on them. WWE has given them the right to say, no, I don't want to go. So this is all as a result of the country's human rights record, amongst other things, so it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. But Rusev, I thought you loved making a lot of money, bro. I thought you loved being out there. I will definitely go back, says Rusev. Rusev is not injured. Where the fuck did he get injured? He's not even on TV. He's not even on TV. What did he get hurt by? What, was he cutting onions in the kitchen? Was he cooking dinner for Lana? He got hurt. Oh, I pulled something in my wrist cutting onions for Lana while making some Bulgarian dish for dinner. Give me a fucking break. Maybe he pulled another muscle that we don't know about, doing some extracurricular activities with Lana in the bedroom. I don't know. But this guy is full of shit. Injury. That's what they want you to think. That's what they fed Meltzer. That's what they fed Meltzer. Of course, it's contract reasons. Why is Rusev going to go to Saudi Arabia and do this for the company when he's not pleased with the contract that they're offering him? Whether it be money, whether it be years on the contract, whether it be better creative. It's either one or two things, cash or creative, the two C's, says Jim Ross. It's not an injury. The guy's not hurt. People were telling me Mustafa Ali was hurt. That's why he's not on SmackDown, JD. Bullshit. Hurt. The fuck did he get hurt? Where did he get hurt? What did he get hurt doing? You kidding me? Did he use the batarang up on top on fucking the Empire State Building? Did he use the back grapple to fucking climb on top of a building somewhere to overlook Gotham City? What the fuck did he get injured doing? You fucking idiots. Give me a break. They fed Meltzer this bullshit story because it's contract. And again, I will reiterate, if Rusev signs a new deal with the WWE, this guy is a fucking idiot. A fucking idiot. Look at the OC. Look at the OC. I guess Carl Anderson doesn't give a shit because he's got a yacht, 6 houses, and a hot Asian wife. So he's going to keep them happy. And then he can buy another yacht. But at the end of the day, he may be the greatest fucking dad and the greatest husband in the world. But as far as making career decisions, the guy is a fucking loser. A loser. Look at the Revival. You think they want to stay? They want out. They want out. They're trademarking everything about their gimmick because they are done. Shatter Machine, trademarked. FTR, trademarked. Just Fists, No Flips, trademarked. And they went through the same guy that trademarked everything for Cody. So where did they get that information from? They just seeked it out on their own? Yeah, sure, that was a coincidence, right? Please. Rusev is in contract talks, and this guy, listen, bro, I know you love your wife. I know you love your wife. That could be a big determining factor if you stay or you go. Don't worry. If you go, WWE's either A, gonna bury Lana. I don't know how much further they could bury her. She's already a fucking joke on TV. They'll probably just keep her home and pay her. So no matter where you go, your wife is gonna be home. Don't worry. Go and make a career for yourself. This is what I don't understand. How people get into this business and then at one point in their life, they just want to be, you know what? I'm okay with sitting in catering for 5 years, eating the same shit every fucking day, talking to the same faces every day, the same losers every day, and I'm not bettering myself in this business that I I don't know, dreamed of being in since I was 5 years old? Don't you want to go and win world championships? Has Rusev ever held a world championship? The answer is no. The answer is no. Why don't you go and make a fucking name for yourself, bro? Somewhere in the wrestling world. You're not going to make a name for yourself in the WWE. You're not. You're not. Look at what they did to you with this storyline. I was told, or I read, we were told, via dirt sheets and news and this and that the Bobby Lashley, Lana, and Rusev wedding or storyline was supposed to get both guys over. Bobby Lashley's not over. He's as trash as ever. Lana is certainly not over. And Rusev, he's been off TV for a month. So I don't know what that means to you guys, but clearly they don't want Rusev to be over. They fed him bullshit. They lied. And they will lie giving you a new deal. Get the fuck out. Seriously, get the fuck out. The Undertaker. The Undertaker is traveling to Saudi Arabia without a match for Super Showdown. Why? Why? So, not only is The Undertaker one of the biggest names in the company, but when you think of Super Showdown, you think of guys like Goldberg and a big name, The Undertaker. I would not be shocked if we see Sting versus The Undertaker at one of these Saudi shows, whether it happens this year, on the next one, or in 2021. It's going to happen. Whether it's The Undertaker versus Sting, whether it's The Undertaker versus, or The Undertaker and Sting versus somebody, or it's a six-man tag, Undertaker, Sting, and Kane, just to give that big marquee feeling, they're quickly running out of stars. I would not be shocked if Edge makes an appearance on one of these shows. So it's going to happen. The reason why he's traveling is for two reasons. One, that's the type of name that the Saudi government thinks of when they're paying WWE for these types of shows. The other reason why he's there is because come Monday on Raw, AJ Styles and The Undertaker will have their match finally begin. The feud and the build for their match will finally begin on Monday Night Raw. Now, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Aleister Black, Sami Zayn, Rusev, all those names are not appearing on the show on Thursday. But The Undertaker will be there. Despite his horrendous and disastrous, his catastrophic match with Bill Goldberg at last year's Crown Jewel, The Undertaker will be making the trek. He's already there. There's video floating around that he's already there to Saudi Arabia and will be making some type of appearance despite not being booked in a match for the show. The latest report regarding The Undertaker is that he's set for a match at WrestleMania against AJ Styles in Tampa. And his appearance at Super Showdown may be done in order to set this match up and get the build started. Styles is set to take part in the Gauntlet match for the Tuwaiq trophy, and he is one of the favorites to win the match. He is the favorite, in my eyes, to win the match. Should he do so, it would make sense for The Undertaker's gong to go off and sound out through the arena. He makes a 15-minute entrance and makes all the little kids in Saudi Arabia and the government happy and hits a tombstone, and then goodbye. AJ Styles will take issue with The Undertaker on Monday Night Raw. I could already see it now, folks. The Phenomenal One versus the Phenom for WrestleMania. That's going to be their tagline. If you see it on Monday Night Raw or if you see it during WrestleMania season in the spotlight for the WrestleMania show, there you go. That's what they're going for. Now, I made mention that I would rather see this match not take place. I'm intrigued by it. But I think AJ Styles is better suited for someone else at WrestleMania. I would have loved if WWE brought up the Undisputed Era. Cole could have lost the title to Ciampa at Portland, and we could have seen the Undisputed Era get brought up. We could have seen a six-man tag with the OC and the Undisputed Era. We could have seen a one-on-one match between Styles and Cole. That would have been great. Aleister Black versus The Undertaker. You could have did Aleister Black versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania if you really wanted to, which got underway at Monday Night Raw on Monday. Now, I don't know where Aleister Black fits in for WrestleMania, but I think there were better options than AJ Styles and The Undertaker. See, The Undertaker is one of those guys that knows his time is coming to an end. And the reason why, and we unveiled this on the podcast on Saturday, the reason why he wants AJ Styles is because everybody is in the mindset that AJ Styles is this generation's Shawn Michaels. If there's one guy in the company that is so closely resembling Shawn Michaels, if there's one guy in the company that can bring The Undertaker to a match like he had with Shawn Michaels at 25 and 26, with 25 being the better of the two, 25 probably being the best match that this company has ever put on, WrestleMania especially, it's AJ Styles. And he wants that type of match. I would love if The Undertaker could put on a match as good as the one we've seen at 26. Nothing's going to top 25. But I do think the match at 26 was a step below the one at 25. If they could put on a match, never mind put on a match, if they could get me and everybody else interested in whatever story there is, because right now I'm not too intrigued. AJ Styles says he's the greatest talent of any generation. You're taking a fucking kindergarten's route to build this match. I could say that about anybody. I could show up on Monday Night Raw and say, I cut a better promo than Paul Heyman, right? And then I could be in a match with fucking anybody on the show. I can manage anybody on the show. That's a bullshit fucking way to build a match. Oh, I'm the greatest talent of any generation. Stupid. What is there? What is the issue there? What is the underlying issue between AJ Styles and The Undertaker? Oh, it's a first time ever match. Another reason why it's happening is because if WWE does move WrestleMania to ESPN Plus or Hulu or Amazon, whatever, then they're going to have this show, WrestleMania 36, in the eyes or in front of the eyes of a lot more casuals. So what looks better on a WrestleMania marquee card? What looks better in the spotlight under WrestleMania's lights? Undertaker versus AJ Styles, AJ Styles versus Aleister Black, AJ Styles versus Adam Cole. That's why they're doing it. That's why they are doing it. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think WWE is going to get me interested in a match or a build between AJ Styles and The Undertaker. But that's the reason why they're doing it. So he's going to be there. I expect he shows up. I expect he either stares down AJ or tombstones him or chokeslams him. Maybe the OC trying to attack The Undertaker. Maybe he takes them all out. And then we get this continuing on Monday Night Raw. But he's there. And he's there to potentially build his match with AJ Styles at WrestleMania. So that's that. Guys, Sunday is, or not Sunday, Friday. Friday and Saturday are off the script. I got a lot going on right now with off the script on Friday and Saturday. Some of the stories that I got on top of what we're talking about here with Super Showdown. We got a story about Bianca Belair and her continuing to be in the mix even after tonight's match with Charlotte Flair, which she should undoubtedly. Bianca Belair needs to win the match. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all you fucking Charlotte Android fans out there. Bianca needs to win the match. Bianca needs to be in the match at WrestleMania. I'm sorry. But apparently, according to reports, Bianca's going to be in the mix. So we got that coming up on Friday. WWE is offering Matt Hardy a spot in NXT to remain with the WWE. Folks, that is comical. I can't even begin to tell you how WWE offering Matt Hardy to stay in NXT, to stay in the WWE, giving him a spot in NXT. I can't even begin to tell you what WWE is telling you by going to those desperate lengths. We're going to talk about that on Friday on Off the Script. Samoa Joe is suspended. For what? A wellness policy violation. I don't know. Was he hurt? Did he get another concussion? Did WWE find out that he was injured and then suspended him? Because I find this to be very bizarre. Why would they suspend him for 30 days knowing that he's going to be out with said concussion for several months? Is he not hurt? This would give him time to still come back for WrestleMania. But what is actually going on with Samoa Joe? I don't know. We'll talk about it. John Cena's plans for Friday. That's the big story going into SmackDown. And then we got WrestleMania news as well. news on Mandy and Otis, what they're going to be doing at WrestleMania, and how many matches is WWE planning for WrestleMania this year. All that coming up on this weekend's Off the Script. Let's hit these super chats, man. We got Cesar Enrique. Man, we got 1,200 people. Listen, before I even get to the super chats, hey, goons in the chat. We got 1,200 people watching this motherfucker. Why don't we have over 1,000 likes? I'm waiting. You better fucking hit that like button, man. Seriously. We need 1,000 likes. Easy. All it does. I don't know why I gotta go through a fucking tutorial every time I'm on here. You take your mouse, you go over to the little thumbs up button, it turns blue. Hit it. Thumbs up. What do you think, I'm working for free over here? Fuck out of here. I didn't have to come on here. Seriously. Anyway. Robert Hall, Enrique, Cesar Enrique, thank you for the 99-cent super chat. Robert Hall, 85, thank you for the 199 super chat. All hail the true Messiah. Follow me, my sons. Follow me, my sons, as I guide you through this garbage known as Super Showdown. Chris Underwood, 499 super chat. The rant on Corbin was more epic than Titus's homemade mac and cheese and catering. Good stuff, brother. I could go for a good side of macaroni and cheese, man. Really. Thank you so much, brother. Mark I can't pronounce this name, man. Spiara? I fucked it up. Spera? If I mispronounced your name, I will deduct several thumbs up from myself. What's up, brother? He says, what's up, JD Loygoon from Boston here. Will you be attending TakeOver Boston August 22nd? We're a few hours from New York City. Come do a meet and greet. Mark, I want to, but my buddy Jake Hasso is getting married that weekend, and I will be in Alamo, Texas that weekend. So unfortunately, I will not be in Boston, even though it did cross my mind about doing a meet and greet in Boston, close to where SummerSlam will be. Brandon plays with another $2 or £2 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Jacob Donnelly, I don't watch the Saudi shows, but I predict Bray keeps the belt, though I can see Goldberg winning, but how stupid would that be? It would be very stupid, man. That would be very stupid. Because he is a VIP, I just seen Big Hodge Media donate $1.99. My brother is always awesome. Hodge, thank you so much, my brother. Hope to see you soon. And we got to get this HOG thing up and running. Quick. I miss being at work, man. Go subscribe to Big Hodge, man. He's got the Big Hodge Media podcast, and he is a wizard for House of Glory. He's the reason why House of Glory looks phenomenal every single time we do a live show. Him and Dean and David and the entire House of Glory staff is just amazing, man. We got Sheld Khan, $4.99 super chat, and he retracted his message. But thank you for the $4.99 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Nathan Hansen, $1.99. I'm going to NXT tonight and Revolution on Saturday. Nathan, good shit, bro. Make sure you're bringing off the script sign. Thank you. $1.99. Thank you so much for that. Devin Cooley, $10 super chat. I kept forgetting that this pay-per-view was happening. Also, rest in peace, Becky Lynch. Yes, because the fucking vampire known as Shayna Baszler is going to fucking kill Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Carol the Sword Master, $10 super chat. He says, JD, bro, first of all, thank you for all that you do. If WWE and AEW could use copyrighted songs, how would you like going down the ramp to Undergrass and Clover or Downfall by Children of Bodom? Bro, I am not a fan of Children of Bodom. I'm not. I think that they are terrible. Believe it or not. I've seen Children of Bodom. I don't know who I've seen Children of Bodom with. I think it was either Testament or Creator. I don't know. It might have been Iced Earth. I have no idea. I don't know. It was so long ago. It was at B.B. King's Blues Club in Times Square, New York City. They were fucking terrible. They were awful. I had more little fucking goth girls listening to them than grown men. Because, what's that guy's name that sings for them? Alexei? Guy's awful, dude. But thank you for the super chat. Children of Bodom is not my type of music. Matt, 199 Super Chat. If someone bit me, I'd be out for their blood. Of course you would. And then you'd be wielding a fucking steel baseball bat. No question. Joker in the Bronx, $2 Super Chat. Question is, can Becky stop the train in GTA 5? Becky can't stop anything right now. She's on a collision course with fucking losing the Monday Night Raw Women's Championship. But thank you for the Super Chat, brother. I really appreciate it. We got Stab Studios, $4.99. JD, really wish you could come to take over Tampa Bay. Would like to meet and have conversations with you, bro. I know, man. I will not be attending anything WrestleMania related this year. I will be hanging out in Atlantic City, New Jersey for the AC Beer and Music Festival. Because that's what I do every single year. 9 years running with me and my buddy Sean. My entire crew's going to be there. Should be really great. So I'd rather do that than fucking have a wrestling-filled weekend, man. WrestleMania sucks. The only reason why I would be going down to Tampa is for you guys. And I don't really want to go down to Tampa because I would rather stay here, watch it at home, and then do what I usually do every year around this time, and that's attend the Atlantic City Beer and Music Festival. Jacob Donnelly, $5 Super Chat. Bruce Pritchard deserves his own impression like Kevin Dunn. Yes, but I can't turn my face beet red. Maybe when I rant about Baron Corbin, like I did on Off the Script, but Bruce Pritchard, he deserves termination papers for the current state that SmackDown is in, no question. Kevin Langhoff, $5 Super Chat. JD, big fan of yours. I am like you. I do not care what people think. SmackDown in Bosstown this week. And it's still going to be garbage. No question. Kevin, thank you for $5 Super Chat. Steve Wynyard, $5 Super Chat, £5. What's next for Toni Storm? Hasn't she done everything in NXT UK? Move her to NXT and feud with Bianca if she wins the NXT Women's Championship. I think Toni is going to move to NXT local, but that's after WrestleMania. So I'm predicting that. And like I said, again, I would have Bianca beat Charlotte Flair tonight. I would have Bianca get added to the match at WrestleMania. I would have Bianca pin Rhea Ripley. I would have Bianca become the new NXT Women's Champion. And then I would have Bianca Belair feud with Toni Storm going into SummerSlam. That's just my take there. Because Charlotte does not need the NXT Women's title. And Rhea Ripley's going to get called up anyway. So why not include Bianca, who deserves the spotlight just as much as Rhea Ripley? That's just my opinion there. Project Pat, 29, $5 Super Chat. You are the best. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Joker in the Bronx again with another $2 Super Chat. Will Lana be buried if Rusev leaves? Well, man, I talked about that already. You guys can reset the podcast later if you want my thoughts on that. But Joker, thank you for the $2 Super Chat. Gregory Benson, the OL. They're not the OC. They're the OL. Official losers. It's exactly what they are. Kern Cluck, $1.99. I gotta look at the fucking name. It looks like Kern Cluck, $1.99. Was that Snake? Yes, it's Solid Snake. There you go. That's what happens when I talk about losers on Raw or SmackDown. This is Bruce Pritchard every Friday. There you go. Loser. And you do not spin the wheel, Bruce. Go sit back in the fucking audience. You ain't doing no showcase showdown, motherfucker. We got Steve Wynyard, 10 pounds, a horrible thought. I gave some horrible thoughts on Monday Night Raw with Jinder Mahal and Tyson Fury. And my buddy Jesse actually texted me on Tuesday. He's like, if Jinder Mahal is Drew McIntyre's first opponent for the WWE title following WrestleMania, he will never text me again. There you go. I just put it out in the universe. Watch it happen now. Watch them do it. A horrible thought after WrestleMania. I can see WWE feuding Shayna and Nia Jax. That might be worse than anything that I came up with on Monday. Nia Jax. I can't even fucking say her name correctly. She's awful. Though, I gotta give her props. She did lose a lot of weight, apparently. From what I've seen and from what I'm hearing. She's getting in shape. So we'll see what happens. I doubt she gets in shape and she gets better in the ring. I'd like for her to be in shape and get better in the ring, but, that's really reaching a little too much. I gotta take what I'm given. And we're gonna get an awful Nia Jax, no question. Bradley Plays, another $2. Hey, JD, I've been a subscriber since August 2016. Thank you so much, man. So you're an OG goon, is what you're telling me. BA4, $5 super chat. What matches would you like to see in New Japan? Or between a New Japan and AEW Supercard? I'd like to see Omega versus Ospreay or Archer versus Darby. Those are two good ones. Ospreay versus Omega, probably be on my list for sure. But I'm not really going to do that because it's all hearsay. It's nothing more than fantasy booking. That type of discussion is best saved for when there are actual discussions between New Japan and AEW. But Omega and Ospreay would have to definitely be the one at the top of the list. Team Forward, $2 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll effing do it again, says, love you and your podcast. Keep up the good work. $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Michael Cuomo, $4.99 super chat. Do the wrestlers really get paid well for just to appear in Saudi to be worth to deal with the travel issues? Apparently, they got to. If WWE was asking them to travel over there, they're being paid. Not as much as the people competing on the shows, but they're being paid because they are being used, quote unquote, for their services. So there you go. Yes, they are getting paid, but any type of pay, and this is what happens. They deem it's worth it. It's an easy payday to sit on the plane for 17 hours, be amongst your friends and colleagues, and be there in support. Some of them might think it's easy money, you know? So yes, they do get paid for not even appearing on the show. Matt, $4.99 super chat. Styles vs. Undertaker is indeed a dream match, but it's a few years too late. Maybe it would have worked instead of Shane a couple of years ago. Yeah, it would have. But WWE wanted to really blow the roof off of that WrestleMania with a Hell in a Cell match. And that's exactly what they did. Myron with a $7.99. I think this is coming in from Australia. JD, my Messiah, keep up the great work, champ. Your podcast is hands down the number one in the YWC. Thank you for all the content. Love from Australia. Thank you so much, brother. Limu Naid, $2 super chat. Matt in NXT is actually something I would love. I wouldn't. He is the exalted one. Hopefully. Raven is not the exalted one, by the way. So hopefully he ends up in AEW. We got Kayin Irvin, $2 super chat. Love the show. Hope this helps. Thank you so much, brother. The Chokeslam Wrestling Report, $2. Thank you so much, guys. Hodge again. Thank you, brother. Your boy Chris, $2.99. What's up, JD? I need some craft beer advice, bro. What do you want to know? We're getting into the good season. Spring is good. Winter is still in effect. Anything winter-related is great. So thank you for the $2.99 super chat, Chris. Chauval, my boy. Met him in Chicago. Hi, my friend. Sad to see AJ doing nothing. These days, the club is dragging him down, and not the opposite. I wouldn't mind AJ to win the Rumble and face Brock. That was actually one of my things, for AJ to win the Rumble and face Brock, but WWE had other plans for Drew McIntyre, of course, but that's what we're getting. So, Chauval, thank you for the $15 super chat, man. Thank you so very much. Carol the Swordmaster, we got $5, and I think this is coming in from the UK. F for me, I love lots of them songs. Got harder taste as well, though. Don't fucking bench me. Don't worry, bro. Not all of us can have the same musical taste, but again, I am not a fan of Children of Bodom. I am very much looking forward to Testament's new album. Night of the Witch, their new single, is fucking great. And Sepultura's new album is really fucking good, man. Quadra, really good shit if you guys are into that heavy metal stuff. We got one from 10 Ario, 128. Did you hear AEW has a new toy line? Yes, I do. And I can't wait to collect all of them. I'm going right for the MJF one. That's the one I really want. His looks incredible. Matt Hendricks, $5 super chat. I think Ailstorm should be the next NXT loud band for TakeOver Tampa. I think NXT needs to have something a little bit more of a Slipknot vibe, for sure. So, I don't know. Ailstorm, I'm not a fan of Ailstorm, but Matt, thank you for the $5 super chat. Young Bibby, with a $1.99 super chat. Liv Morgan and Aleister Black should win the Money in the Bank, in my opinion. Liv Morgan, no. Bianca Belair is going to be on the main roster at that point. I'd see, actually, if it doesn't happen the way I want it to happen, I think Bianca's going to get called up. Rhea might end up being Charlotte at WrestleMania, but I do think Rhea and Bianca are going to be on the main roster. If anything, we got Bianca Belair winning Money in the Bank, or Sasha Banks winning Money in the Bank if she doesn't get a WrestleMania match. And WrestleMania's SmackDown women's matches, Lacey versus Bayley, or something along those lines. Maybe we get Sasha versus Bayley in Boston at SummerSlam. I don't know. They got a few ways to go about it, but I would have Sasha win the title at WrestleMania, and I would have Bianca in that match with Rhea and Charlotte at WrestleMania. Jose Inoa, $10 super chat. Here's to the Battleground 2017 review. The greatest rant of them all 3 years later. Have listened to every podcast since then. Jose, thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Bud Artist, $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Matt, another $5 super chat. How about this crap finish on Monday? And at the Chamber, Styles versus Black. Winner faces Undertaker at Mania, and Black wins. It's too creative for WWE, bro. So please. You're speaking too much sense to me right now. I think I'm going a little dizzy because it makes too much sense. Raphael, $15 super chat. Thank you for all that you do. I am a huge fan. I always find your reviews highly entertaining and riveting. You have a great mind for the business. Now call me a good brother. A good brother? You are a good brother, Raphael. Or did you mean goon brother? Either way, you're a goon and a good brother. So thank you for the $15 super chat. Robert, $10 super chat. JD, you are the man. Your shows are the best. I love your shows. You make wrestling so fun. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate that. Ryan, $5 super chat. Thanks for the laugh, JD. You are the best in the YWC. Nobody does it better. Damn right, motherfucker. Damn right. BA4, $5 super chat. Who's the best wrestler in the world right now? In my opinion, it is Will Ospreay. Can't really talk about who is the best wrestler in the world right now because I don't watch New Japan, but who the best wrestler is in WWE right now? Gotta give it to my boy, Adam Cole. Adam Cole, and I would probably say, tough to say, man. I want to say Matt Riddle / Keith Lee, because they're doing big things, but Adam Cole, no question. And Finn Balor is looking fucking so great right now. He looks phenomenal in NXT. But Adam Cole, I'd say right now, in the United States, he is hands down number one in all of the U.S. right now for what he's done in NXT. Thomas with a £5 super chat. Thanks for all you do, JD. I'm one of the OGs on the channel. Can't wait for NXT tonight, but Charlotte being on the show is a turnoff for me. Bro, it's a turnoff for everybody. I wish they'd turn her off and put her back on the charging station in which she belongs. Tenario, another $5 super chat. Did you watch the Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat trilogy from 1989? No, I did not. But thank you for the $5, my friend. And Kevin Langhoff, $10 super chat. JD, you get all this backlash because they say you are negative, but the truth is you're the most entertaining podcast out there. It's just you and BC that I listen to. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. BC is doing his own thing. I hope to hang out with BC again very, very soon. Gregory, $1.99 super chat. Lacey versus Bayley at WrestleMania 36. Yes. The vomit emoji. Absolutely. Please. I could book better in my fucking sleep. I could book better in a fucking coma than Lacey versus Bayley at WrestleMania. Guys, we're going to go over the Super Showdown predictions in just a minute, but the podcast today is brought to you by Manscaped. Yes, Manscaped. I got to promote Manscaped, man. Their Lawnmower 3.0, designed for groin grooming. Here it is. You see it? Turn it on. It's got a little LED light. If you guys need to shave, because, you know, no woman likes a messy situation down there. It's quite embarrassing. It is, really. Ever go on a date and you know that you're going to get laid and you forgot, oh, fuck, I didn't clean myself up down there. What are you doing? What woman wants to go down with your fucking messy situation down there, man? Please, give me a break. Manscaped is the only men's dedicated brand to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. Now, Manscaped is forever changing the grooming game with their Perfect Package 3.0. This is their Essentials Kit. It's the perfect tools for your family jewels. I want to give Bruce some perfect tools to write a better show. But this is more perfect than anything right now, man, especially fucking Bruce. The Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. It's waterproof, it's cordless, and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. It's cordless. It's good to go, man. The third generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. And of course, let's not forget about the Crop Preserver. It's an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. Now, wrestling fans are a rare breed. Most of them do not wear deodorant. I would know. I attended several meet and greets, man. You walk by a fucking wrestling fan, oh my goodness, man. It's like you're smelling, a fucking dumpster fire. Awful. And then you wonder why these certain individuals are just never around females. Because who wants to smell that? Who wants to be around that? Who wants to look at that? Right? These fucking slobs walking around the meet and greets. They don't put any deodorant on. Then they go meet, I don't know, it could be anybody. Could be Darby Allin. Could be Bruce Pritchard himself. Could be Eric Bischoff, right? And then they're looking at these guys like, what the fuck? Oh my God, man, I would hate my life. You should be using deodorant on the smelliest part of your body, right? So, they're going to give you a nice deodorant to make your fucking smelliest part of your body smell good. When you purchase the new Perfect Package 3.0 kit at Manscaped.com, you get the biggest bang for your buck. Subscribers listening today, you guys can actually get this and replacement blades every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. You guys get 2 gifts. You're going to get the Shed Travel Bag, which is $39 value, and the patented high-end performance anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs, which I have, and they're incredibly comfortable. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. 20% off, free shipping, manscaped.com. Use code SCRIPTS, and do yourself a favor. Always use the right tools for the job. Thank you guys so much for supporting not only Manscaped and everybody else, but thank you for supporting me and what I do here on Off the Script. Let's go over this card, man. This card is looking mighty weak, if you ask me. Now, first of all, there were 3 new matches added to this show. Oh my God, I can't wait! 3 new matches. So we got the first new match, Mansoor versus Dolph Ziggler. So there you go. Who's going to put Mansoor over on Thursday? Dolph Ziggler is now that guy. And that's a good match. That should be the best match on the entire show. Because Mansoor had a great match with Cesaro. Yeah, who else did he fight? I think it was Cesaro last time, right? Great match. Best match of the show was Mansoor and Cesaro. Cesaro could have a fucking great match with anybody. Really. So that's going to be, I believe, on the main card. And you know he is the formulaic match on this show because he's from there. He's of Saudi Arabian descent. So he's going to be on the show and he's going to get a big pop. And Dolph Ziggler's going to bring him to a great match. And Mansoor himself is very good. So I would like to see him more on NXT. I'd like to see him mix it up with a Leo Rush. I'd like to see him mix it up with a Isaiah Scott or an Angel Garza, you know? He's very good. He's come a long way. And he's very good in the ring. And a lot of people might not think this, but he's very good on the microphone. He is a very good promo. So Mansoor and Dolph Ziggler. That's going to be the first of 3 new matches on the show tomorrow night. The Viking Raiders versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Man, I can't wait to not see this match. You're asking me to watch the pre-show. This match and the announcement of this match is going to do everything to not make me watch the pre-show. Who gives a shit? Who's going to win? The Viking Raiders are going to win. Why would the OC need to win this? They're losers. Losers. And then we got Humberto Carrillo. He's set to take on Angel Garza in a rematch from Raw. Why? Why? Why am I subjected to this match? Now, the match on Raw was very good. Match on Raw was very good. But it's almost as if WWE is saying, without actually saying, this show means nothing, and we're going to pretend that it never happened. Why would Humberto get a win over Angel Garza? Why? Why would you beat Angel Garza on this show? Why would you beat Angel Garza, period, on Monday Night Raw? In any sense of the word. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, they're having a rematch. It should be good, but, man, WWE, when people say it's good, they just constantly keep feeding it to you. Bro, I want to save some for later on down the line when it actually means something. I love Garza. Garza is phenomenal. Garza has all the makings of being the next Eddie Guerrero. But Humberto, I have yet to still find, or not yet found, a reason to care about Humberto Carrillo. Guy could be fucking the most talented guy on the roster. Guy's very good at what he does. Him and his fucking silly arm drags. But I don't know why I should care about Humberto Carrillo. Have you done anything character-wise for me to care about him, WWE? Have you given him any wins as of late? Big wins as of late to make me care about wanting to see Humberto Carrillo? No. So why are these two matches happening on the pre-show? I don't get it. It's a waste of my fucking time. It's going to be the same outcome that we've seen on Raw. I'm going with Garza. Garza, the Viking Raiders, and Mansoor are going to win their matches. The matches that have been announced on Super Showdown Thursday night. The Tuwaiq Trophy Gauntlet match. AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas versus Rey Mysterio versus Bobby Trashley versus Erick Rowan versus R-Truth. Now, AJ Styles is obviously going to win this match. Andrade is probably going to take an L. He's probably going to lose to Rey Mysterio. That's just my pick there. I see R-Truth being eliminated almost instantaneously. I could see R-Truth coming out first, Bobby Lashley, and then I could see Lashley versus Rowan, and then I could see Rowan versus Mysterio, and then I could see Andrade lose to Mysterio, and then I could see Styles and Mysterio head-to-head, and then AJ beats Rey Mysterio in the end. That's the way I see it. I see Truth coming out first, and him going again against Bobby Lashley in a rematch from Monday Night Raw, because WWE doesn't know any better. Lashley beats him, and then Lashley goes on to fight the other big guy in this match, Erick Rowan, which, again, we won't give a shit about. And then I could see Mysterio take down Bobby Lashley. There you go. And then Andrade comes in, he loses to Rey, and then Rey and AJ. In the end, I'm going with AJ Styles. And AJ is going to win this match because he's going to use his line from the other night on Raw. Oh, not the other night, a week ago on Monday Night Raw. He's the greatest superstar of any generation. So that's why The Undertaker is there. So he's going to win the Tuwaiq trophy, and it's going to be another meaningless trophy on WWE TV, but he's going to use the trophy to really hone in on that fact, that he's the greatest superstar in the company, he's the best superstar on Raw, blah, blah, blah. Undertaker's going to show up, he's going to teach AJ Styles a lesson, and then we're not going to get any story going into WrestleMania, and it's only going to be a marquee match because of the people involved, and there's no story built up. It's going to be very fundamental, right? Very formulaic story by WWE. Styles is going to win. He's going to use the trophy and the gauntlet win to build his match with The Undertaker. That is the only thing that makes sense. Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championship match. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Not Eddie Murphy, Buddy Murphy. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy versus the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Montez Ford had a great showcase match on Monday Night Raw. I know you guys were all over that. I know you guys loved what Montez Ford did on Raw. And listen, it was a very good showing. It was something in which I praised on Twitter, and I could really see Montez Ford breaking out. I'm not saying anytime soon. I'm not saying this year. I'm not saying next year. I honestly want, now this is a fucking wish, I think I need a fucking magic lantern for this thing to actually happen. I would love a tag team division to just flourish. I'd like to see the Street Profits be multi-time tag team champions, whether it's on Raw or on SmackDown. I'd like to see them win tag team championship gold in WWE. They're talented enough to do so. They're charismatic enough to do so. I enjoy their act, though they've been cringe on Monday Night Raw because Monday Night Raw, turns everything into shit. Everything that's cool is not cool on the main roster. Everything that's cool in NXT is not cool on the main roster. That's just the way it is. I mean, you look at John Morrison. I loved John Morrison. Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, whatever the fuck he was going by. Johnny Impact. I thought he was awesome on the indies. He's in WWE. I can't stand the fucking sight of him. It's just the WWE way of doing things. Same thing happened to Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio was brought in with all this fanfare, right? He was being treated like a big deal. The return of Rey Mysterio. Then they buried him for an entire year, and now his contract's coming up, and now they want to push him. I wonder why. AEW. Cody is going to swoop on in and take Mysterio from the WWE, hopefully. But the Street Profits, if there's one breakout guy, it's Montez Ford. If Montez Ford does a little bit more growing, and he matures a little bit more, and he gets a little bit more years under his belt, I could see Montez Ford and Seth Rollins being a future main event match in WWE 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now. Whether it's for a United States title, whether it's for a WWE title or a Universal title. This is the beginning, you know? Now, they said the same thing about Humberto when Humberto was in there with Seth Rollins. That didn't do anything for him because WWE didn't really do anything to make me care about Humberto. Putting him in a match with somebody who was already fucking dead, a dead act, like Seth Rollins, which everybody criticized me for. He's the WWE Universal Champion. So what? So what? WWE creatively failed Rollins. He was already turning at that point. You just didn't know it. So you're going to put someone like Humberto in the ring with Rollins when Rollins was a dead act. It's not going to do anything for him. Remember those days? I do. This actually worked better for Montez Ford than it did for Humberto. I see more upside in Montez Ford than I do in Humberto. So I think this is going to be a fun match. Obviously, Rollins and Murphy are not going to lose this thing. Profits are not going to win this thing. I do question why the Profits are even in this tag team championship match because there's nobody else. What the fuck did the Street Profits do to get a tag team title match? Nothing. You know what they did? They interfered in helping Owens and Joe against the Ministry of Clowns. That's all they did. They came out from the back, or the Viking Raiders. They helped the Viking Raiders and Kevin Owens in that 6-man tag, I believe, that I didn't watch. They came out and helped. And then, boom, they're bestowed a tag team title opportunity. This is what you got to do to get tag team title matches in WWE now. Just show up. Just show face. And then, boom. Rollins and Murphy win. If WWE is smart, then they would book Rollins and Murphy at WrestleMania against Kevin Owens and a returning Samoa Joe for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. And Joe and Owens could win this thing, and they could end this fucking storyline once and for all. And then Rollins and his fucking ministry can go and feud with somebody else. I don't know. At this point, I don't care because it's just every single week, it's the same shit. It's becoming very just uncreative at this point. So that's what I see there. Rollins and Murphy versus Owens and Joe at WrestleMania. They win this match. That's what I would like to see. And if Joe is not going to be at WrestleMania, I gave the idea of Owens enlisting the Big Show, for his tag team services at WrestleMania against Rollins and Murphy, which I don't want to see, by the way. I'm not advocating for that. But if Joe was going to be suspended or hurt in any way, Big Show is probably his best bet as a fill-in for WrestleMania. But that's what I think is going to happen there. Tag Team Championship match, The New Day versus Miz and John Morrison. I don't give a shit about this match at all. I think The Miz is boring. I think John Morrison has really fallen off already. I knew it. As soon as he came into the WWE, oh my God, John Morrison's back. What the fuck are you getting excited for? This guy's going to be dead after a month. It's going to feel ordinary and normal after a month. And what happened? I was right again. And this is what happens when you're on the same show as Bruce. Where is Mustafa Ali? Apparently all those glitches in the Matrix on SmackDown are for Mustafa Ali. Some investigative agents on social media have decrypted the circle of lights that was in the glitch to be Mustafa Ali and his light-up glove. Great. Awesome. Where the fuck has he been for the last 2 months? Now you're starting glitches, which happened 2 weeks ago? Oh, you remembered, right? So now you're just teasing me some more. This match means nothing to me. I really don't think... Listen, I know WWE is going to go the multi-man route, the multi-tag team route at WrestleMania. I could see a fatal four-way for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. Maybe you get the Revival in there. Maybe you get the New Day, Miz and Morrison. And then you get the Usos, which I don't really care for. Not everybody has to be booked on the WrestleMania card. Honestly. This is WWE's thing. Quantity over quality. I can't even begin to tell you how that takes away from the WrestleMania card. Now, I could see Miz and Morrison winning this thing. But what good would that do? What good would that do? Because we're getting a rematch at the Elimination Chamber, I hope you know. It's going to be the New Day versus Miz and Morrison at the Elimination Chamber in a rematch. I could see maybe a fuck finish here. Maybe Miz and Morrison cheat to win the titles. And then we get the New Day winning them back at the Elimination Chamber. But why would you hotshot the titles like that to only put them back on the New Day? Miz and Morrison, I am sure, are going to be in a WrestleMania Tag Team title match. It's probably going to be a multi-team match like we've seen last year. So I would not take the titles off the New Day yet. And if you're going to crown a new champion, do it at WrestleMania. But nobody finds this to be an issue. It's the same fucking teams over and over again. The Revival are gone. They're not going to be a factor in this thing. Miz and Morrison, they're two singles guys in their careers, this late in their careers, teaming up because there's nothing else for them to do. The New Day, they're WWE's bread and butter. The Usos, they're WWE's bread and butter when it comes to tag team wrestling. Apparently, the only fucking teams that exist in tag team wrestling on the main roster are the New Day and the Usos. Create new teams. Generate a fucking division. Please. Please. Teams other than the Usos and the New Day. Now, if I am going to use WWE logic, I would do the Usos versus the New Day at WrestleMania. Because that's what they want to do. You know that's what they want to do. There isn't even any other teams on the fucking show built up for me to even think of putting in a tag team match. You're probably going to get a fatal four-way. If Miz and Morrison win the titles, it'll be at WrestleMania. It won't be at Super Showdown. I think they get robbed. I think we get some sort of fuck finish here. Then we get it at the Elimination Chamber. Something screwy happens there. And then we get a fatal four-way match at WrestleMania. I'm going with the New Day to retain. By which way? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think the New Day are going to lose the tag team titles. Bayley versus Naomi. Bayley walking in as champion. Bayley walking out as champion. Naomi was only given this match because apparently WWE has other plans. They wanted to fast-track this match because in my eyes, and I pray to the fucking gods of wrestling that this doesn't happen, Lacey Evans might be in for a title match at WrestleMania. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know where she gets put into this match. But apparently she gifted us a confirmation on Friday that there will be an Elimination Chamber match at the pay-per-view. 3 Elimination Chamber matches for the women. Overkill? Yeah. Overkill. Now, what women on SmackDown could be put in this chamber match? Let's see. Carmella. Right? Carmella. Though she just lost a number 1 contender match, she's going to be gifted another opportunity to be in a chamber match. Carmella. You got Dana Brooke. On what fucking planet does Dana Brooke deserve a fucking championship opportunity? Merely used as a fucking puppet in this instance. Carmella and Dana Brooke. Nikki Cross. Alexa Bliss. There's 4. Right? Sasha Banks. And Lacey Evans. There you go. So, those are the 6 I could see in the Elimination Chamber. And with Sasha in the same match, who the fuck would want to see Lacey Evans win that match? Now, Sasha might not be in the match. Sasha might not be in the match, and Naomi might lose this thing at the Super Showdown. She might get cheated. She might get another opportunity to get another match in the chamber. And if Sasha is not in the Elimination Chamber match, this proposed Elimination Chamber match, God help us all. Lacey Evans is going to win that chamber match and get a title match at Bayley at WrestleMania. Awful. It needs to be Sasha and Bayley at WrestleMania. Why? For all the people probably saying, "Oh, Sasha doesn't deserve. We don't want to see it." Let Let me tell you something, my fellow fucking cretin. Go dwell in your Alexa Bliss fucking fan chats on Twitter. Go dwell and fucking cry for Lacey Evans. Go buy stock in fucking Kleenex tissues and go cry along with fucking Lacey Evans for whatever reason. Sasha and Bayley. Here's a notion for you. This one might go over your fucking heads. Because nobody thinks the way that the majority of us smart people do. When you think WrestleMania, what do you think of? Do you think of Lacey Evans? I don't think of anything but fucking catering for Lacey Evans. What do you think, Sasha? Lacey Evans versus Bayley? Or Sasha versus Bayley? Which one is WrestleMania worthy? Which one, I ask, which one is WrestleMania worthy? The answer is very simple, folks. The answer is very simple. It's like I'm giving you cheat codes. It's like I'm showing you my fucking exam right in front of the teacher. Hey, look, this is the answer, you fucking idiot. Stop peeking over my shoulder. Fucking dummy. Sasha and Bayley at WrestleMania. Nothing makes sense. Nothing else. Now, I heard of a rumor. Speaking of Sasha, I heard of a rumor that if Sasha is not going to get a title match against Bayley, and it really is Lacey Evans versus Bayley, I heard of a rumor that Sasha is going to be put on the NXT TakeOver Tampa card. Yes, the NXT TakeOver Tampa card. Sasha, which is another AEW fucking effect, glitch in the system, right? Yeah, even though I love Sasha, I heard a rumor that Sasha, if not at WrestleMania against Bayley, Sasha's going to be on the TakeOver card against Io Shirai. I don't know how true that is. And if it is, where's my wallet? I don't have my wallet here. Take my fucking money. You give those women 20 minutes to tear down the fucking house. Now, why Sasha and Io? Because Rhea Ripley isn't going to defend the title at TakeOver, being that the NXT title is being built up for her match at WrestleMania. So there's no reason for her to be building towards a match at TakeOver. They're going to need a women's match on the show. What are you going to do? If Sasha's not going to be a title match at WrestleMania against Bayley like she should, she could do both. But if it is Lacey versus Bayley, God help us all, Sasha versus Io could be the match at TakeOver. Don't take my word for being gospel, even though I am the IWC Messiah. Do not take my word as fact. It is merely speculation. I read it. It might have been in The Observer. I don't know. But I heard about it. I seen it being floated around. Let it be. But that's what I'm hearing for WrestleMania. Lacey versus Bayley, and then Sasha not being at WrestleMania. And we get Sasha and Io at TakeOver in Tampa Bay. But I'm going with Bayley because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for Naomi to win the championship. And Bayley, it makes more sense for her to drop the title to whomever at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns versus the court jester himself, Baron Corbin, boring Corbin. I shall not call him king because he's nothing more than a fucking loser. Baron Corbin, Roman Reigns wins. And please, for the love of God, end it. Is it really over? Do you really think this is going to be over? Folks, WWE is going to say that this is the last match ever. And then WWE is going to turn right around and book these guys in the Elimination Chamber on the following Sunday. Not this coming Sunday, the following Sunday. They're going to be in the Elimination Chamber. So, it really is the match that will not die. It really is the feud that will not end. This is the last match ever, says Corbin, right? This is the last match ever, says Reigns. This is the last match ever, says Bruce! How is it the last match ever if they're going to be in the chamber? I cannot envision WWE having a chamber match without Baron fucking Corbin. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Roman Reigns wins, and for the love of Jesus Christ and all that is holy, End this fucking feud. I still, 7 months now, don't know why they're feuding. I don't know why they're feuding. Maybe Baron Corbin has been confiscating dog food all these months and Roman Reigns is seeking revenge. I don't know. Please, end it. Speaking of ending, Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet. Ricochet, who says he has earned a title match. Oh my God. Ricochet, bro. I love you, bro. I love what Ricochet used to be in NXT. I love Ricochet, bro. Listen. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry. Let me see. Yeah, that's a lot better. There you go. Ricochet, listen. You've earned a lot of things in your life, bro. You really did. You've earned the right to be a WWE superstar. You earned the right to be North American champion. You earned the right to be a Monday Night Raw superstar, right? You earned everything you got in this world, in your career. You've earned. Have you earned a title shot against Brock Lesnar? Bro, I don't even think Ricochet believes that he's earned a title shot against Brock Lesnar. Nobody, besides Drew McIntyre, who won the Royal Rumble, earned a title shot against Brock Lesnar. I feel bad. I honestly feel bad for Rick O'Shea because he's being put into this thing. This is literally, you're literally taking a boating ship or a fishing ship and you're going out into the fucking, the rough waters and you're going shark hunting and you got a whole fucking ocean of great white sharks circling your fucking vessel. It could be the orca. Imagine the orca, right? And you got the orca out there in the middle of nowhere with great white sharks circling about. And you're literally taking fish chum. You're putting this big, nice, tasty, delicious fucking fillet. And you're going to fucking throw it out there on your line. And you're going to hope that you see a great white shark, 30 feet long, swimming about, doing its thing in the glory of Mother Nature. And you're going to see the devastation that this fucking shark is going to cause right before your very eyes. Then you're going to upload it to Instagram. Then you're going to put it on Twitter. You're going to go viral, right? You might upload it to YouTube. Oh, look, I'm shark hunting. This is going to be a fucking bloodbath. Brock Lesnar is the shark. And Ricochet is that teeny morsel of fucking food that you're going to throw out there on the line. And it's going to be devoured before you could even blink. So please tell me how Ricochet has earned this match. Oh, he beat Bobby Lashley? Oh, great. Bobby Lashley is a human trash pail. Bobby Lashley is a walking charisma vacuum. Getting a win over Bobby Lashley means that you might get number one in line at catering, but not against Brock Lesnar. If this match doesn't end in 7 seconds, and I mean 7 seconds flat, you either tie Kofi Kingston's record with Brock Lesnar on the debut Fox episode of SmackDown, or you beat his record. Have it end in 6 seconds. Can Brock Lesnar pull off an F5 and the referee get to his knees and count 1, 2, 3 in 6 seconds? That's what I'm going to be looking out for. None of Ricochet's offense is believable. Ricochet himself is not believable. Ricochet's a fucking toothpick. All the 450s and the moonsaults and the shooting star prests and the fucking 630s and the recoils. Nothing. I'm not looking. I don't think anybody's looking at this match as, oh my God, I can't wait to see Ricochet does offensively against Brock Lesnar. I'm looking for total blood. I'm looking for absolute devastation here. Seriously. What is Brock Lesnar doing against Ricochet? It has no business even happening. Lesnar's going to win this match. I would not be surprised if we see it first. So Lesnar could get the fuck out of there. 6 seconds. He doesn't even break a sweat. And that's it. And then Ricochet could go back to catering and then go about not getting a WrestleMania fucking match. He'll be in the Andrade the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And we all know that when you end up in that Battle Royal, that means it's WWE not having a plan for you during this year's WrestleMania. How bad do you feel then for Ricochet? I'd be on the phone with Triple H. Hey, yo, Hunter, can I come back and have a role at TakeOver in Boston? Give me a break. Brock Lesnar wins in 6 seconds. If the match goes more than 60 seconds, they failed. No way is Ricochet standing a chance at all against Lesnar. And then the big one. The one that's not going over 5 minutes, and if it does, I'm very afraid for Goldberg's well-being. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, defending the Universal Championship against Goldberg. Rumors running around that the main event of the second main event of WrestleMania is in limbo. Is it going to be Goldberg and Roman Reigns? Is it going to be Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns? Are we going to see John Cena and Goldberg? Are we going to see John Cena and The Fiend? Are we going to see any mix and match of those guys at all? Those 4 guys. I don't know. Brian Alvarez was on The Observer, and I believe he was talking to Dave Meltzer about Goldberg being a bigger star than The Fiend. Okay, great. I agree with you. Goldberg is a bigger star than The Fiend. But why is Goldberg back? Why do we always have to look at a WrestleMania card? And it's like open season for these fucking aging Hall of Famers. Like the old age home lets their fucking inmates out once a year to go get some fresh air. In this case, Goldberg wants some fresh air at WrestleMania. Why? Why? I don't understand it. Goldberg is back for a $2 million payday because they had nobody else on this show. Goldberg is legitimately the only star outside of an unadvertised appearance by The Undertaker on this show. You do realize that. So he's making all this amount of money because he's the only legend able to appear on this show. So they're going to give him whatever they need to get him to be on this show. Make the flight, take a loss possibly, be in front of this crowd and this government, and be paid. Fine. Now, the other reason why he's here is because he made mention that he has never had a rematch for the Universal Championship. Lesnar beat him for the Universal Championship in what I thought was a great match at WrestleMania a couple of years ago. And I honestly think if WWE is in the business right now, this year, we see it on Monday Night Raw, we see Andrade, we see Aleister Black, we see Humberto, we see Angel Garza, we see the Street Profits, we see Otis and Heavy Machinery on SmackDown, we see a ton of guys, youth, the Viking Raiders, right? We see a lot of this youth movement in WWE right now. It looks like they want to build a new star. It looks like they want to build for the future. They want to get you familiar and known with these guys, these young, up-and-coming talents. Buddy Murphy, another one, right? This would be ass backwards. This would immediately wipe out everything that they have been doing up until this point, which has been commendable. On SmackDown, not so much. SmackDown, I don't know what the fuck is going on that show. It's absolute cancer. But Monday Night Raw, even though the shows aren't good, they're giving you a youth initiative. If Goldberg wins this match, it wipes out literally everything that WWE is doing or wanting to do with this initiative. Bray Wyatt has been a character on TV with this Fiend character for a year. He's already lost his luster. He's lost his appeal. He's lost his interest in a lot of the eyes of the fans. I don't know, unless you're a super fan or unless you're somebody that, is just fucking hell-bent on finding positive things about this show and blocking out the negative as if it's fucking skin cancer. There's always negative. Bray Wyatt is a dying act. I'm sorry. As soon as that Hell in a Cell ending happened, he was dead to rights. Now, a couple of matches with Daniel Bryan, is that going to resuscitate Bray Wyatt? No, it's not. Bray Wyatt has matches, and they end up being some of the worst matches of the year. Outside that strap match with Daniel Bryan. I'm not looking forward to a Bray Wyatt match because it's all theatrics. It's all theatrics. They got to cut the shit and give me Bray Wyatt. I know the guy can wrestle, but give me some solid fucking ideas behind his act and then apply that to his character and then apply the character and give me some decent fucking matches. Bray Wyatt can wrestle. But Bray Wyatt's title reign is a complete waste. He took it from Rollins after a fucking colossal mistake that they never recovered from. Then he goes on to Daniel Bryan, and he beats Daniel Bryan not once but twice. The second match being great at the Royal Rumble, but it's Daniel Bryan. Not surprised at that at all. And then you want him to go into this match and lose to Bill Goldberg? How could anybody justify Bill Goldberg winning the Universal Championship and going into WrestleMania as the Universal Champion? This does two things if this is the outcome. One, WWE is not booking new stars. They're not for making a new star. How about this one? How about Bray Wyatt beats Goldberg? How about Bray Wyatt is booked at WrestleMania against John Cena and beats John Cena, and Bray Wyatt holds the title till SummerSlam and solidifies a title reign? Looks a lot better than dropping the title to fucking Bill Goldberg, doesn't it? We all know he's not going to be undefeated forever. We all know he's dropping the title to Reigns, if that's the case. If you kill Bray Wyatt at Super Showdown, the act is dead. The act is dead. And you're only putting a flag into that fucking big eyesore of WWE not booking new stars, not caring about new stars. I don't give a fuck what Bill Goldberg brings to WrestleMania. Is Bill Goldberg bringing ratings to SmackDown? No, he's not. They were down this week. So people clearly aren't watching the show for SmackDown. Bill Goldberg needs to be on WrestleMania, on a WrestleMania show that already is going to include The Undertaker and AJ Styles. That's all you need from me. And John Cena. You need to bring out and wheelchair out a 50-year-old Goldberg that's going to be gassed in about 90 seconds to a WrestleMania match. That's what you are telling me. This is what you want to risk creative genius over with Bray Wyatt. This is what you want to fucking hang Bray Wyatt's hat on. Oh yeah, thanks for coming. We had all these plans for you, but now we're moving WrestleMania to ESPN Plus or some high-end streaming network, and Bray Wyatt's not good enough to be the Universal Champion going into WrestleMania. We're going to give it to Bill Goldberg because we want to build Goldberg versus Reigns, spear versus spear for the Universal title. You know what that also tells me? That means to me that Goldberg knows how over Bray Wyatt is. WWE knows how over Bray Wyatt is going to be at WrestleMania. And if he's in a match with Roman Reigns, their poor Roman Reigns is going to be booed out of the building in yet another WrestleMania main event. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just not his time. Poor Roman. Give me a fucking break. So you're either looking at Goldberg and Reigns and they bury new talent, or you look at Reigns and Wyatt and Reigns gets booed out of the building. If you're WWE, which one are you going to go for? Because if Goldberg takes the title off Bray Wyatt, everybody's going to hate Bill Goldberg. And what do you think WWE's going to be doing? They'll be waiting there with their fucking palms all sweaty, getting ready. Now Reigns can come on in and swoop in and take the title, and it won't look as bad because everybody's going to want to see him take the title off of Bill Goldberg. Number one enemy here by him as the champion, Reigns will be better off for it. That's what they're looking at. I don't know who in their right mind thinks Bray Wyatt losing the title is a good idea. You're going to have your elitists out there, but Jesus fucking Christ. Goldberg is a legend for doing basically nothing. Guy's got 2 moves. Doesn't know how to fucking wrestle. He's got one of the most boring characters in the history of the fucking wrestling industry. Goldberg, he hung his career on 2 fucking moves and an undefeated streak thanks to Eric Bischoff's creative genius. This is Bill Goldberg. And now he's back. He's 51, 52 years old. In worse shape now than he's ever been. He was blown up and gassed on SmackDown cutting a promo. Yet you want to wheelchair this guy out. And he should be in a position, not winning championships, but he should be in a position of putting over new talents. Then you got the argument, well, if you trot out Bill Goldberg and he loses to Bray Wyatt and he loses to Roman Reigns in a championship match, or if they book it in a one-on-one match and it means nothing, he's going to lose his appeal. Who cares? This is what he's here for. His appeal is nothing. He's back for an easy payday. His appeal means nothing to him. How could his appeal mean so much to him if he puts on matches in which he needs to go out there and do what he needs to do? What difference does his appeal make? He don't even give a shit about the sport. He don't give a shit about the sport of wrestling at all. So who the fuck cares about what his appeal will be if he loses 2 matches and looks good doing it? Give me a break, folks. Give me a fucking break. Break me off a fucking Kit Kat, will you? Now, Bray Wyatt and John Cena is the match to book. Bray Wyatt needs to solidify a title reign. He needs to beat Goldberg. He needs to start a feud with John Cena on Friday. And John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, it books its fucking self. You could book it with your fucking eyes closed, Bruce. You play off the fact that WrestleMania 30 ruined his career, okay? You want Reigns to be the end-all be-all? Do it at the end of the summer. John Cena is directly involved with Bray Wyatt for ruining his career in a match that everyone said he should have won. Bray Wyatt's gimmick is out for revenge. He's seeking revenge against all that have done him wrong. John Cena is at the top of that list. Book it. He beats. And don't, please, for the people fucking telling me, oh, I don't want to see John Cena win the world title. He's not. It's about the story. Bray Wyatt gets his revenge, and John Cena is seeking title number 17. He's not going to get it, but he's seeking title number 17 against Bray Wyatt, seeking revenge. Why wouldn't you want that over fucking Goldberg versus Roman Reigns? You're a fucking idiot if you want Goldberg over Goldberg and Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt and John Cena. You're a fucking idiot. That match books itself. Now you could do Roman Reigns and Goldberg. In fact, I don't even think we need Goldberg at WrestleMania. Why the fuck does Goldberg need to be at WrestleMania? Please, someone give me a fucking good reason why Goldberg needs to be at WrestleMania. He doesn't. He doesn't. Goldberg, I wouldn't book at WrestleMania. I would book Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Why? Because Bryan and Roman are going to have one thing in common, and that's the Fiend. You make some storyline happen at the Elimination Chamber. It's going to come down to Roman and Bryan in the Elimination Chamber, and you do something to fuck Bryan out of another match with the Fiend. Roman takes advantage. He wins that. And then you book either a triple threat match with Bryan, or actually, no, you book Bryan and Roman at WrestleMania to determine a real number 1 contender for Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship, whether it happens at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. Whatever. Roman and Bryan is a WrestleMania match that I would love to see. Goldberg doesn't need to be at WrestleMania. He doesn't. He really doesn't. So, Wyatt and Cena, Reigns and Bryan. Probably not going to happen. I'm fucking talking out of my ass. I know. And I'm fantasy booking. It'll probably end up being Goldberg and Roman. But that's the way it needs to be. Wyatt should have nothing to do with Roman at WrestleMania. Wyatt should have nothing to do with Goldberg after he wins on Thursday. Wyatt and Cena is your match. 5 minutes. Goldberg goes for a spear. He gets met with Sister Abigail. Down. And that's it. Bray Wyatt wins. Stop with this notion of bringing in aging legends to beat your new up-and-coming talent of the future. Goldberg will do so much harm if he beats Bray Wyatt that a lot of people will either A, cancel their network subscriptions and give up completely, because they're on the verge of giving up right now anyway, and B, you're jeopardizing WrestleMania because a lot of those people do not want to see Goldberg beat Bray Wyatt. Your WrestleMania, your network, and your future hinges on this one creative decision. Bray Wyatt needs to Sister Abigail Goldberg, and that is it. Fuck Bill Goldberg. Fuck his aura. Fuck his appeal. He doesn't need to even be here. He needs to be here. If he needs to be here, he should be putting others over. He's accumulated this fucking career out of nothing. The least he could do is give back. Bray Wyatt wins. Any other outcome is a complete fucking disaster. That's it. That is it. I have no more to say on the subject. I don't even know how much I could actually rant if the outcome is Goldberg winning the title on Thursday night. I don't know. I really don't know. Guys, let's go through these super chats. I'm getting out of here soon, but we got so many super chats coming in, man. Holy shit. Can't talk about wrestling with you guys. You want a super chat? I appreciate you. I love you guys. Who did we last leave off with, man? Lacey versus Bayley at WrestleMania. There you go. Something so awful, I would remember. Jose, $5 super chat. JD, call me a goon. Jose, you fucking goon. Motherfucker. Thank you so much, bro. BA4, $5 super chat. Have you been watching the Ruthless Aggression documentary? No, I have not. I have to catch up on that. Matt J. Hendricks, another $5 super chat. I think Io will get the title versus Rhea when she comes back. Feels like Tampa was meant to be Io versus Rhea. I don't know. It might have been. You might be right. But the reason why WWE's doing Rhea is because of the AEW effect. It gets Charlotte on TV, and it possibly gets Becky on TV as well because Shayna is still an NXT superstar. Kelvin, thank you for being a member, man. Thank you so much. We got 2 new members today. Maurice Jackson, $1.99 super chat. He says, hey, you. Hey, you. Back at you, bro. Darius, the official $1.99 super chat. What's up, bro? Darius, what's up, my friend? Kevin Langoff, $5 super chat. Could Ali make his return in Saudi? Kinda would make sense. No. I think they save him for SmackDown. We either see him on Friday or we see him in the build to the Elimination Chamber. It would be great if Ali is in the Elimination Chamber, being that he was shafted of an Elimination Chamber spot last year. That's just my logic on that. Undisputed Era, $2 super chat. Is it the real Undisputed Era? I don't know. Hey, JD, will you bring back Mario Kart Monday? The answer is no. I cannot really rage where I am. I do enough raging while I wrestle for the people upstairs to fucking hate my guts. But I think I'll just keep the raging to WWE. Francis Loop, $10 super chat. Does WWE fly their production truck, equipment, cables, and everything else to Saudi? That costs a lot of money. I would assume so. I mean, they're being paid great for these shows, so pretty sure they can compensate it. Thank you for the $10 super chat, buddy. Bud Artis. $2 super chat. Hey, JD, why no Modern Warfare videos? Look at him. Next week, bro, I'm going to be streaming with Mr. Soldier. My boy, Mr. Soldier. We played last night. We did 2v2 gunfight. That's what we're going to be doing, man. I had a fucking blast playing 2v2 gunfight, man. Awesome stuff. We actually went on an undefeated streak. We won about, I don't know, 19 matches in a row, man. It was so fun. I'm going to be streaming next week with him. I'll give you guys the heads up on when that's going to be happening. Steve Wynyard. £2 super chat. WrestleMania or Raw after unify the tag team division? Do it now. Should have been done 2 fucking years ago. Do it now. Kevin Langoff, $10 super chat. People calling Charlotte the GOAT makes me want to puke. What if they called Brady the GOAT after 4 years? My point is, she only wrestled for 5. Charlotte is not the greatest of all time. You fucking idiots. She's not the greatest of all time. Stop. Stop. Please. You make yourself look like a fucking clown every single time that is said. NK with a £1.99 super chat. Where is the Mustafa Ali new t-shirt, JD? Where the fuck is Mustafa Ali, Bruce? He'll be back. By the time I get the shirt out, he'll be back. Kevin Langoff, another $10 super chat, bro. Awesome. It is said Sasha's booking the summer of 2015. She was the hottest wrestler. Facts. If Sasha versus Io, I will trade my Mania tickets for TakeOver tickets. You should be doing that right now, brother. You should be doing that right now. TakeOver Tampa might be one of the greatest takeovers they ever do. Andrew Lovar, $1.99 super chat. Corbin will be Reigns' first challenger after Mania. There you go. There you go. From Andrew. He just blessed us with more cancer on SmackDown. BA4, $5 super chat. Just announced AEW signed Archer. Let's see. Is it in the news? We'll do it right now. Breaking. AEW announces the signing of a major New Japan star. Welcome, Lance Archer. There you go, man. All Elite Wrestling has announced the signing of Lance Archer. Archer had perhaps the best year of his career in 2019, competing in the G1 Climax. He had multiple blowaway performances, including the best match of his career against Will Ospreay. That was fucking great. That's the one match I did see. That, and I watched Ibushi versus Kenta. That was awesome, too. It's when Ibushi blew out his Achilles. Fucking beast. He followed it up by winning the IWGP United States Championship at King of Pro Wrestling. Since losing the title to Jon Moxley at Wrestle Kingdom 14, Archer was rumored to be heading to AEW. Jim Ross commented that the promotion was looking to sign athletic big men, and now they have. Now we just await for Brody Lee, and then we await for Brian Cage. And AEW's roster's looking right. At a 6'8" height, Lance Archer is one of the largest men on the AEW roster. He brings an attitude and a danger factor like anyone in the promotion. So we don't know when he's making his debut, but I could envision Moxley beating Jericho and Archer start a program with Moxley. We'll see what happens there. Awesome stuff. Man, that's great. Jacob Donnelly, $5 super chat. JD, Lance Archer officially signed to All Elite. Yes. And then Broken Skills, $5 super chat. If Goldberg wins, I don't ever want to hear or see anything about The Fiend again. Alexa Bliss is the greatest of all time in female wrestling facts. No. Broken Skills, she's the greatest at getting on her knees and doing a specific something. Wrestling is not it. Esteban, $4.99 super chat. Greetings, JD. I debut my podcast, The Uncle David Show. I am proud to say I am an IWC Messiah disciple. You are an inspiration. Follow me, my son. And good luck on your Uncle David podcast. My son. Thank you so much, guys. Guys, I'm getting out of here. Shut up, you fool. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Chat's going crazy. I can't even keep up with it. Anyway, I'm getting out of here, guys. We had near 1,300 in the chat. We had a ton of super chats. And we had 746 likes. This is what I need you to do. I need you to hit that thumbs up, and I need you to get that over 1,000 thumbs up. Because that's what I want. That's all I ask of you. All right, guys. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Hit that. First of all, I need theme music. Where's my theme music? Do I got theme music here? There you go. Follow me on social media, man, at JD from NY206. That is on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, of course. Turn on that bell for all notifications. And check out all the content on the channel as of right now. And then look forward to AEW tonight, NXT, and then Saudi Super Showdown, and then Off the Script, and then AEW Revolution on Saturday. It's going to be a fucking busy week. I'm going to need cold beverages. Cold beverages on ice for me. It's going to be one of those weekends. But guys, thank you so very much. I am getting out of here, and I will see you right back here tonight for AEW Dynamite on the channel. Thank you guys again. I'll see you tonight. Bye.